guys, what's going on? Juice here, always keeping it icy. Got Kenny right next to me here.
Always keeping it way icier than you.
So, look, we got a fresh battle report coming to you tonight. Man, super clutch. I bring High Fleet and Lexus out to play. This is the first time on camera.
High Fleet Lexus, is that the blue Tyranids?
Yes.
Oh my
blue
goodness.
Tyranids. I wore my blue shirt just because of it.
I haven't seen them for many months.
Spoiler alert? Hierophant?
Hierophant.
What? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be good. Hey, what's up, guys? You guys know that I love my NIDs. I've played a lot of them on camera, but now High Fleet Lexus in full effect. As we now know, the new norm is 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 Hive Tyrants. I'm only rocking 2 today because I got my baby in the center. Hierophant in full effect. She's going to be carrying 10 Termagants. I'm bringing back some old school tech. I'm going to show you guys with 13 Gene Stealers, and it can't go anywhere without 2 Bifors.
Hey guys, obviously Chaos being represented today. I know it might be getting tiresome to you guys, but Chaos is in my heart today. As usual, Sorcerer, Spawn, Mollyfiend, Cultist. Obviously, this is one half of the linchpin of all my Chaos Hunters. Here's my ally, Khorne Daemonkin. Never played before, but I'm very excited. Got my unit of 15 Fleshhounds, unit of 10 Bloodletters. Really excited about this unit of 5 Blood Crushers. And of course, the Bloodthirster of Sensei Rage, aka the D-Thirster. Coming back to the second half of my core, the other Sorcerer, the other 5 Spawn, the other Mollyfiend, and the other 10 Cultists.
All right, mission breakdown. ATC's right around the corner, so what better way, why not run one of them? So it's starting out, it's Dawn of War. Primary is kill points. Secondary is mark for death. You have to pick 3 units out of your opponent's army and kill them dead.
As long as it's not one of the Warlords.
Gotcha. And then the third is Escalated Warlord.
Yep, that is essentially why you can't pick the Warlords, so you can't double down on killing it.
I would.
Yeah, that was the first thing I would do was pick a Warlord.
Yep. And then so finally we've got First Blood, a little twist, which is Last Blood, and Linebreaker.
Very cool. And also, interesting to note, these are Forge Narrative has been providing these missions to the ATC. They're up on the ATC, WHATC.org.
Yep, and then so to also let everybody know, if you don't, FTN and Forge Narrative have phenomenal mission packs out there. Please check them out. Check them on our Facebook page. All right, Kenny, I don't want to paint you and put you in a corner, put your back against the wall, but now that you know what the mission is, what do you think is going to happen?
Man, the Hierophant's an issue. The D-Thirster is my only solution to that problem. I'm gonna need an invisibility, and I'm gonna need to roll across the table because 2 flying Iron Tyrants will put him in the ground. And so if I can't get across the table and deal with that Hierophant, I will never even think about tying the game.
Yeah, for sure. The army that I'm playing definitely doesn't have very many kill points, but if you are able to get that Hierophant, that's 3 within itself. You know what I mean? So that's a scary part for me, and I am not looking forward to that defense. He is the truth.
He is.
All right, y'all, here we are. It's time to roll off to see who gets what side.
Oh!
That doesn't happen often.
Who's with who?
I actually don't even know.
I don't even know. It's the replay.
Let's try it again.
One more time. All right.
I got the 5 this time. I know. I saw
obviously. I'm going to take your side, Juice.
Ooh, got it. Now the big roll of the day. Who gets to go first? There it is. I'll take it. Sickest deployment ever, 1 model. I got the Infiltrate special ability for my Warlord, so literally the whole army is going to be infiltrating. That's how it worked out, especially with the Gene Stealers, so now I get to counter deploy all the Khorne.
So Juice got the old Infiltrate your whole freaking army Warlord trait. So I have no idea, even though he's going first, I have no idea where his army's going to be deployed. So I just kind of split it up very balanced. Half of my core on the left, half of my core on the right, Hounds up front, and the Bloodthirster dead center, because I need him to fight that Hierophant. And also I got my Blood Crushers back there. They're offset though, because they're standing near my Sorcerer with Shroud.
Unleash the Hounds, or 2 Hive Tyrants. I'm trying to kill this Bloodthirster before it kills me. So that's where I'm lined up straight ahead. I've got Infiltrating Gene Stealers and my Big Daddy kind of blocking as well. One thing I would like to point out, you see how I kind of like fishtailed there on the Gene Stealers on the end? I'm trying to, most people you can get away with it. I know Kenny's smarter than that, but I'm trying to lure a long charge in, maybe on turn 1 while the rest of his arm is out of position.
All right, so I scouted up my Hounds, and I'm going to try to seize the initiative. Important to note, I have +1 to seize the initiative because of my Warlord trait. I also get to reroll my reserves, of which I have 3 units of reserves. Let's see if I can hit this 5.
There it is.
There it is, sucker.
I just got juiced.
How many times am I going to seize the initiative on you?
I feel like it's I go first, aka you seize and go first. Every time.
Anyway, brother, let's do this thing.
Hey, let's do it, baby.
So I've moved up after seizing the initiative. Obviously, the Hounds can't do any charge or anything, but I am in the psychic phase. I just want to explain this complex movement. I'm staggering this squad. This unit actually has been joined by a sorcerer, because now independent characters that are not demons can join Daemonkin demons, because they don't have instability. My goal here is to cast a Shroud Bubble here, then turbo boosting it up over in more of a centralized position to help more people out. And my other goal is to drop an invisibility on the Bloodthirster. My powers are Invisibility, Dominate, Mental Fortitude, Shroud, Terrify, and Hallucinate.
Alright, Kenny, let's see how many dice we get.
1. Not optimized for my opponent. Semi-optimized for me, we'll see. First thing I'm going to try to cast is Invisibility. I'm about to toss 4 dice.
Getting a little ballsy there.
A little ballsy, but I do have that spell familiar.
Gotta love that.
Let's get this invisibility off. We don't get it off, but I do get to reroll this entire thing.
So you're like a level 8 Psyker.
Level 8 Psyker. Goes off on 2 passes. So the Bloodthirster is currently invisible, unless my opponent wants to try to stop it.
Nope, I'm gonna save my 5 dice. This is a kill point game. I'm gonna try to stop this Shroud, which keeps everybody almost impenetrable.
Let's bang this Shroud out. Goes off on 2 dice.
Here we go.
Oh!
There it is, like a boss.
So I'm doing the thing that Daemonkin can do. I have to get up in his grill and start punching people in the face. This codex is literally invalidated if I do not do that. If that's not how I play. Blocking Shroud is going to hurt a little bit because I'm not going to be able to rely on some good cover saves. The Bloodthirster should live another turn. And I'm just kind of taking over the control, take the center board with board control, and I'm going to see what my opponent has for me.
All right, here we go, guys. So my top of 1. So before I moved anything, I got to assess what Kenny's done. I had to sit back a little bit, knowing because of the fact that I infiltrated everybody, I can't do any assaulting right now. But to be honest, that's just as fine with me. Because of that move, I was able to put 1 Mauler Fiend and a unit of Spawn completely out of the game for at least 2 turns. So what my goal is now is to pick up as many kill points where I can. So I have enough targets in my face. I just gotta make sure I collapse on something. So here I go. This is my Warlord shooting in the rear armor of that Mauler. I get my 12 shots.
This is the classic 11 hits.
Whoop, 11.
Maybe 12 hits.
Oh,
11.
I stick with my 11.
Looking for 4s.
Ooh,
Oh.
I don't think a Mauler Fiend gets to live through this, but we'll see. So we've got 2 glances and 7 pins.
Damn, that's my marked for death Mauler Fiend too. All I need to do is roll exactly how it's usually rolls. 5 up invulnerables on a Mauler Fiend. Ooh, ooh, oh, he's dead. Just barely, but I still have these other 2. Ooh, he's just barely dead. I almost got icy. But first blood to juice and a mark for death unit and a kill.
I'll take it. You know what happens when you bring big toys to the table? You get other big toys to play with.
I like how you create that little gap that you can
Yep.
connect through, because you can shoot from any part of the model since he's not a vehicle.
Yep, so put my 2-inch little stick out there, made sure it could fit predetermined.
So yeah, it's
here I am.
five of my dudes.
All right, so here we go.
What are the stats on that player?
Strength 5, AP 3, Soul Blaze.
So crushes out 2 wounds on a spawn.
Yep.
And we'll see if I get Soul Blaze at the end of the turn.
All right, so now we're back to the Hierophant. He's going to shoot his 12 shots over at the Juggernauts there.
This is scary for me because this instant kills Juggernauts.
So luckily I hit on 2s. Just kidding. Need 4s.
Not a bad roll. Looking for 2s. Ooh. Not a good roll there.
Got 4 instant deaths.
Looks like I got 2 guys just on their demon save right here. 5 ups. They're both instantly killed. And now I have a Juggernaut with 4+ cover. He's good. And here's the last one, 4+ cover. Still good.
All right, Hive Tire number 2 going back against the spawn. See who we can pick up. Need 3s.
See the cloud? 12 hits.
12 for 12. Happens every time, 60% of the time. Looking for 4s now. Looks like 4.
Word. I am touching this crater, so I have 6 up armor save, 6 up cover saves. Looks like he's a little closer to the guy without the wound first. So here's some 6s on him. He is dead. And now the guy who has 2 wounds, a 6, is also dead.
All right, so I feel real good about my turn. I was able to weaken a lot of these units, which I needed, because one-on-one I can't beat many of them. So, but I did pick up the big one, First Blood, a March unit, and a Mauler Fiend that would want to come in and punch my face. Also, I bubble wrapped, saving myself another turn from that Deep Thirster.
All right, guys, so I brought in the heats. I used my Warlord trait to keep off 2 units from reserves. Had to bring on a unit of cultists. They wanted to come on really bad. But I'm doing the thing that Khorne Daemonkin and my Chaos do. I'm surrounding him. I'm getting in his face. It is a kill point game. If I don't use my only tool to fight, I will never win. But sometimes it's hard against some of these armies. They have a billion shots and hard to kill units. And two hive targets I'm never going to kill. All right, guys. This Mauler Fiend has an 11-inch charge. I'm going to roll him first, because if the Bloodthirster goes in ahead of him, it might be longer. It's 101 tactics, the hardest one first. Need an 11. He does have fleet. I'm going to reroll that whole joint. There it is.
Sometimes you just roll an 11.
So if you guys thought an 11 was easy to roll, an 8's even easier. These spawn are jumping up 2 levels in the building to try to get to that pile board, which is my marked unit. That is not the roll. I am going to be ballsy and reroll the whole thing because I think I can do better than a 4. There it is.
An 11.
So we launched a bunch of assaults this turn. Everything my army could possibly muster was safety. I also threw invisibility up on the Bloodthirster, so when I get out of this combat, he's hard to kill. Juice did block my strat again. As clever as I thought I was being with positioning, he just knows where to save his dice and throw them. The invisibility was a little bit more important to me, so I loaded up on it. All of this effort is probably only for 2 or 3 kill points.
No matter the outcome of this, I want everybody to know at home the joy that I have right now picking up all these dice, and I know that they're from Gene Stealers. Brought me back to 4th edition Nidzilla. I got 39 attacks, needing 3s.
And you have 2 extra.
Yep.
Immediately reroll 2 fails, as I think
There it
we
is.
usually do. That's it. That's from the veterans there, guys. That is a lot of hits, sir.
There it is. Everybody at home, double check me. And I poison.
Which is doesn't apply here because you're strength 4, right?
Yep.
So just move me on 4s, no
So,
rerolls. You need to be higher. Strength needs to be higher than something else for reroll.
Gotcha.
That's a lot. That's gonna do a lot of work against a guy with only 5 up on those saves right now.
See what it is.
See how many 5s a player can roll. Not a bad number of 5s. But I do lose 1, 2, 3 entire dogs. So that was a successful charge. Used the entire might of my army to kill 2 units.
Yeah, sometimes 1,000 points a demon's killed, 300 points of GC.
Yep. So I was able to lock down 3 kill points this turn. One of my marked units was the babies inside the Hierophant. One of my marked units was a Biovore. So I'm doing really good. I've shot ahead of him, and we'll see what his turn has for him.
All right, everybody, all mid players at home, let you know I got a smile on my face going into this turn. I got a lot of fights still left. The D-Thirster is what I'm worried about. And now I get to do all the shooting, all the charging with my Hierophant, uncontested. All right, here it is. Some of my revenge coming back here. We got this template again. Looks like we're going to be able to get
A lot of people.
3, 3, and 1.
Sure enough. Bloodthirster can't be hit probably, right? If he's the first one. Invisible.
Oh, very true.
He has to be clipped. Oh, he can be clipped.
Yeah,
You're hitting
this is
so here it is.
dedicated.
Yep. He's allocating to that target. So yeah, all of them are getting hit.
Back unit.
1.
Nope, your toughness 6.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you need 5.
Front unit. 2.
And that's demon saves. I'll just do them as they come in. Negative.
And the invisible. Nope.
Not bad.
The Hierophant now is about to blast into that last Mauler Fiend.
Ooh, strength 10.
Cool. 3 pins and 1 glance.
Here are the 3 pens. Here's the 1 glance. You just got him.
Love it. So my Warlord's gonna go into those Juggernauts there. Got a few misses, but luckily I'm twin linked. Seems like this 12 hits.
The old 12 hit ski.
Anything but 1s. 10 wounds.
All right, guys, let's see what happens. I need some 5-ups. Oh,
There it is.
what is that? 1, 2. That's 2 dead crushers. You put 2 wounds on the other one with that template. That's the whole
Wow.
unit.
Love it. So this is all Biovore love here. Just so everybody knows at home, got some Spore Mines that were created from last turn, and now see if I can't roll a hit here and try to pick up any kind of wounds on these dogs.
There it is.
Love a hit. Looks like 3. That is 1.
It's a 5-up demon save. Negative.
All right, high tire number 2 going into those dogs. It's a good old 11 hits.
Classic.
Keep it, and 11 turns to 8.
11 5-up demon saves. That's what I like to see. 1 dead dog, 2 dead dogs, and a wound.
All right, so just to touch on real quick, the Spore Mines did make contact with the dogs. They blew up and took a dog out with them. And then now my Hierophant finally is making in the combat that he wants. So this is his impact.
There's 1 wound right there at this initiative step. And here's a clever piece of tech. Guy with a wound already is in base at this initiative step, so I'm taking it on him. He makes the save anyway, but the reason was that he didn't get a free extra wound because it is instant death.
All right, after all the dice were added up, 8 base attacks, plus 1 recharging, plus 2 for close combat weapon, lash with silent talons. I got 10 attacks, needing 3s.
Not the best roll I've ever seen.
And strength 10.
Also not the best roll. These do is to kill some dogs, so I do lose 3 dogs. Turns out this beast is toughness 9, so all I have is multiple bombs like I heard. 2 attacks, needing 4s to hit, of course. And strength 8 needs 5s to wound. 1 wound, and I think he has a feel of pain.
5 up. Take it. Now, because of my Incendiary Arcan, is that how you pronounce that, Kenny?
Incendiary Icor.
Icor, there it is. Kenny just gave me all the rundown on that. So I am going to, which model is the one who did
We'll
that?
randomize it. High roll is the Warlord. It is the other dude.
Okay.
So that dude, what does he take a wound automatically?
A large blast template is put over him, and anybody who is hit underneath the template is taking an automatic wound with no armor saves allowed.
Strength.
There isn't any.
They just take wounds.
Take an automatic wound.
That seems good.
So here's where the template looks like. Looks like 2 dogs and him.
So we're all automatically wounded. So I'm going to look outside that wound off to another dog. Correct. So I have 1 dog taking 2 5 vulnerables. He's dead. The other dog taking 1. Takes a wound.
All right, this is what I've been waiting for. Let's get these stomps. I've got D3. Whew, we know what that number is. All right, first stomp number 1. Gonna go on top of this leg, try to get that warlord. Let it be a 6. So after a dismal second stomp, this is my 3rd.
Oh my
I love
God.
it. I love it when I roll 6s. All right, so since I rolled my 6, here's my template. It looks just like 1 dog and the warlord. I'll take it.
That's a kill point and warlord. And invisibility.
So I'm feeling a whole lot better, just like I knew I would. Got a lot of units down, got some things dead, but still got this D-Prince chilling that I haven't addressed. But picking up Warlord, with now he has no invisibility. Now we're on a little more of a level playing field. Right before my turn, I'm going to try to hit with It Will Not Die on my heart. Yep. He'll stay at 9 wounds for a little bit.
All right, guys, that was a rough turn for the Khorne Daemonkin and Chaos. I'm losing a lot of kill points. I'm still in the fight. I have secured a lot of marked unit stuff, and I have killed some kill points of my own. I'm going to try to send that D-Thirster in and seal the deal on this Hierophant and get a lucky 6. But without invisibility, I'm going to lose that D-Thirster eventually, so we'll see what happens. Okay, both run out of models. My Warlord trait let me keep off the Bloodletters and the other unit of cultists again. That was really clutch. I activated my force weapon, moved some guys around, and the D-Thirster is about to try to take out a Hierophant.
All right, so I'm down to 9 attacks from my Hierophant, and he's going to go strong into the dogs.
Pretty average
Eight
roll.
butts. Only 1 butt.
See what happens. Instant death on a 5 vulnerable. He makes it. Same guy. He's dead. Next guy only has 1 wound. He is dead. Now we're on my sorcerer. Ready to look out, sir, one of these? No. He is dead. The last guy, 5 vulnerable, is also dead. So they have all died.
Love
What a
it.
beast. Here's the D-Thirster's 8 attacks. Let's see what happens. There's 1 6.
Ooh.
Here are my D6 additional wounds. Only 1, but I still have 2 that got D3 each. I need to get a collective 2 on this, which is guaranteed, but I did 6 anyway.
Word. So the plot thickens even more. So I am dead. I still get my D attacks, and because I was dealt 9 wounds, now the D-Thirster has to save against 9 auto wounds. So before we resolve the wounds, here are my stomps. Just 1. Right over top. See what I rolled. Single strength 6 hit.
Nothing.
Nothing. But good sir, if you would please
Got
take.
9 incendiary eye core saves coming right up.
Thank you.
Looks like that's more than 5 wounds, gentlemen.
Look, that's what they call all she wrote.
So a lot of things have happened. Things have died. But I have some spawn left. 2 units of spawn. I have a unit of cultists in reserves, a unit of cultists on the table, and a unit of bloodletters in reserves. The Hierophant is dead, the D-Thirster is dead, and much of my army is dead. Juice has possibly just a few more points than me left in his army, are really close to the same. We are really on equal footing. Kill point wise, he might have an advantage just because I had more kill points to begin with. So we'll see what happens coming in Juice's turn 3.
All right, y'all, so here it is. So it's the bottom of 3. I'm about to do some flying, do some shooting, and see what happens. All right, y'all, so I did something a little different because I want to make sure that I get a line breaker and B, some of the kill points that are going to be coming off the board edge, as in one that I picked up a second ago. So I landed on the ground. And now I shot. I'll brace for the charge for next turn.
Over here, he broke this squad right here. He jacked them up. About to see how far I fall off the table. Let's see if I fall off the table this turn or next turn.
Looks
like next turn.
Next turn I'll take.
Turn 4. Reserves are coming in automatic. Don't have a lot of things on the table left. Luckily, neither does Juice. I am going to try to sneak to his backfield and take out this Biovore eventually with a deep striking unit of Bloodletters. Here's my Bloodletter right here. Let's see what happens. Looks like that's where they live. Bloodletters came in super fresh, got a decent run roll. We're going to try to get that Biovore. Sub-Cultist ran in the backfield, try to get out of line of sight. I'm going to try to charge this Hive Tyrant in the middle of the table. I've also positioned my other unit of spawn to leapfrog from cover to cover to get to him next turn if I survive, so I can hold him there for a little while. But there's nothing I can do about that other Hive Tyrant in the backfield. He's going to just do whatever he wants.
Overwatch for you. This is for my flame template, trying to ignore some of that cover. I get 3.
It's a good roll.
Yeah. Looking for 5s. There's 2 wounds. And then my 6 shots. Twin linked. Pick up 3.
Also a good roll.
And looking for 4s. Takes 1 save.
1 cover save on the lead guy. You actually crushed the guy. It's about as good of an Overwatch as you can count on.
Now that we're in touching base to base, I'll go ahead and swing my 4 times. Got 3 hits. Looking for 4s. Do another wound.
Obviously, I'll take the wound on the other guy. And let's see what my random mutation is this turn. The 6 is the Chaos Bond attacks at the poison 4+1. See how many attacks I have. That's 1 plus 2 from rage, 3 attacks each. 6 attacks, looking for 5s to hit. 1 hit. Need a 4 to wound? Nothing. All right, guys. So, didn't do any damage to a Hive Tyrant. But he didn't do much to us in return. Just try to hold him there for a turn. Try to win a game on the back end and try to save some kill points. He did break off my cultists that could not regroup. They were below 25%. So that's another mark for death and another kill point for him. We'll see what the next turn has.
All right, my 4. So I was hoping to do a little bit more to some spawn. We'll see if I get out of here before the rest of them come in. That last Biovore chilling is actually going to avert from all the danger and threat in him. The Hive Mind is going to come in and say, you got to kill these cultists hiding in the corner. That's what I'm looking for. All right, my shooting phase, I've got that last ditch effort from that Biovore. Is going to try to land right on top of these cultists here. Looks like if I get a hit, I should be able to hit everybody. What do we know? It's a hit. All right, got 10 hits, looking for 3s. That's 8 wounds.
Obviously, since it's a Mirage, it does have a door cover, and the center of it is in ruins, I'm gonna always go to ground in this situation. So I have 3+ cover saves. My Sergeant might be the 5th guy to take a save, so I will roll them in 4s. Looking for 3s. 1 guy is dead, so I'm gonna roll the next batch of 3. 2 guys are dead. And this is the last one that's not on the Sergeant. He's alive. So 3 get dropped. Let's see if this Sergeant is worth his salt. Leadership 8. Passes.
Here it is. We moved to a close combat. I got my 4 attacks against the spawn. I need 4s to wound. See if I can pick up 4 wounds. Do not.
Let's see what the mutation for the spawn is. Looks like the old 3-4 result, which is 2d6, pick the highest. 6 attacks each. Gotta pick up some 5s right here. Looks like 4, that's the best they've ever done. But they need 5s to wound. Top was 5 to T6. Of course, 1 3-up save, good old Juice.
Like a glove?
Like a glove.
I feel like this is it for that Biovore, but he did a valiant effort over here in this corner. I'm not going to be able to kill those spawn before they come and get me. Just a tidbit of information, I did land this guy because I kind of forced all that happening, so I'll still be able to get line breaker.
Okay, the game plan's simple. Tie up this Hive Tyrant real quick with these spawn. Gonna probably have to make a charge that's a little longer than I'm comfortable with. Crush out a Biovore for a kill point and keep the rest of my kill points alive, hopefully. In this game, I don't even know what the tally is, but I'm desperately clinging to this game. Here it is, guys. Gotta make this 7-inch charge right here. Let's reroll this 1 because of fleet. There it is.
Got the 8.
Beginning the fight subphase, I'm going to see what the big squad's mutation is. It is, of course, poison.
Poison 4 up.
And the small squad is also poison.
I've got these 4 dice that are going to kill the 3 wounds that are left in that small squad. Got 4 hits.
First step right there.
Step 1. Let's get 3 4s here, baby.
Oh! Close down a kill point. So we got to see how many attacks these spawn have right here. Random attacks. 2 plus 2 is 4 each. All right, guys. 20 attacks. Looking for 5s to hit. Looks like 3, 4, 5 hits. Poison 4. 4's the wound. 4 wounds. The old Hive Tyrant.
Got 4 3-0 saves. Oop, failed 1, but luckily enough, passed Catalyst earlier, so feel no pain. I felt something today.
I was able to crush off this Biovore with little resistance. That's a kill point for me. But Juice was able to finish off on my spawn units, so we just traded kill points this turn that was less than optimized. But it is what it is.
Bottom of 5, me. So my Hive Tyrant here is definitely chilling doing Warlord. I'm going to try to see if I can peek around a corner, still being in my deployment zone. I don't know if that's possible to put some pain down on these cultists, but if not, we'll see what happens. All right, it's sub-phase. Kenny's up, seeing what his mutation is.
Cocked, reroll that. Looks like that's the old 4+ armor save. That's the best one.
Yes, it is. I know I'm not going to get out of this phase. I think last time I was lucky, so I'm going to just go roll my dice. Ooh. There it is. Nothing.
Let's see how many attacks the spawn get. 2 each. No charging bonus. Any 5s to hit. Oh.
I wasn't able to get any line of sight on this unit, but if it goes another turn, I'm picking up that free kill point.
That's also your mark for death unit.
Yep, my last mark for death.
That's the difference between me winning and you tying it.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. This is into my turn 5. All right, y'all. It would be really nice if this game went one more turn. I feel like I'd be able to seal the deal. Let's see what happens. Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, Kenny, great game, man.
Let's tally this thing up, huh?
Yep.
All right, guys, so it was a crazy, bloody game, but in the end, Juice came out victorious. So let's kind of go over it here real quick, because it was a great game. I mean,
It was.
from the other side of the camera, seeing all that stuff happening with the Hierophant and the D-Thirster kind of coming in, kind of like Jaws, like coming up the middle, and boom.
Man,
It's like two things.
Blood for the Blood God has never been more true than today. Icor for the Icor God and Blood for the Blood God, man.
That's a great upgrade for 25
First
points,
off,
by the way.
Incendiary Icor, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, well, yes, I know why you're not. So we were running the ATC mission. We talked about it already. So on the primary, it looks like Juice tops you by 1 kill.
1 kill point.
And we'll get back to that in a second. On the secondary, the Mark for Death, it looks like you were able to pull it out by 1 as well. So that was kind of cool. And then on the escalated Warlord, Juice got that one. So all 3 of those are all worth 10 each, taking it up to 30 points total max. And you have secondaries, which are the First Blood, the Last Blood, and the Line Breaker, which Juice had with the high.
They might even be worth 8 points each. I don't know what it is. I think with a little, whatever it is, 8 to 10 points range, they're all the same. It's a kind of a unique thing. It's not, this one's worth more than this one. The ATCs, which is also called the American Team Championship, has always been about kind of the fundamentals of the game, going in there with a team, picking your matchups, OG status, and getting it done with fundamentals. Kill points, objectives. And this is new. It's always been one type of kill point, one type of objective. Now we're talking like 3 different ways to kill models. This is kind of interesting.
And the game, the missions are changing. The theme of the event is changing because the game's changing. And it's changing. It's good on them for responding to it. Real quick, I want to talk about the reason that Juice went up 1 kill point on you was because of the way he chose the priority of combat. Let's talk about that real quick.
Oh, actually, that goes all the way down to the bonuses. He got 1 bonus point, almost meaningless, but it was an opportunity for me to get 1 more point from my team if we were actually playing. And that is, in the last turn of the game, before it ended, we didn't know it was going to end. So I wasn't really thinking about turn ahead. Is that in my turn in which I charged him, I get to choose which combat happens first. I chose the spawn. He closed out, so I chose the Blood Tithe. I closed out one of his units, and then the High Tyrant closed out a unit to spawn. He was the last person to score. All I had to do is flip that around, I would have done it. I did not have the clairvoyance or the foresight to see that far ahead.
Well, Last Blood isn't kind of a new mechanic.
New mechanic.
Right, yeah, it definitely is. That's fine. So there's definitely something to think about if it's this one and there is Last Blood involved. Definitely, when you're playing these missions or play testing them at your own area, keep an eye on that. So, that being said, we saw a lot of craziness going on. What was your MVP unit?
Obviously the D-Thirster, the old Bloodthirster of Sensei range. 275 points, augmented by one of my sorcerers, was able to close out a level 2.
Yep, that's pretty remarkable. What do you think his chances were against Juice and against that whole armada of bugs? Well, I guess it wasn't as crazy as many as it could have been, but if he didn't have them.
Oh man, without invisibility, if I was able to load up on Shroud, I may still have been able to get there because it still would have been 2 up armor saves, 5 wounds, but I would have needed to charge my turn 2, and I don't think Juice would have ever let me do that. So probably would not gone.
All right, pretty interesting. That being said, it was a great game. You'll get him next time.
Thanks, brother.
All right, so we're here with today's champion, Juice. And I gotta tell you, man, that was a really close game. It was super exciting and fun to watch, man. So
man, I had an absolute blast starting out, man. I definitely had Kenny and I both a true passion for out on the table today.
Oh yeah, you could definitely see it in everything you guys did there. So I have to ask you, this is the first time we've seen High Fleet Lexus on the Long War. Do you think your blue shirt helped?
It's the reason why I actually won today, was because of the blue shirt. High Fleet Lexus, for anybody who's seen it before, was definitely a different color, different shade of blue. Had to bring it all back together, and this is what we got.
They look great. My compliments to you, Barely Tabletop Painting Service.
Thank you. Big shout out to Luke Sutherland.
Yep, no doubt. Definitely learning that airbrush technique. So, what was your MVP unit?
Man, so many. There's that one Termagant that I really liked that kept somebody from coming in. Nah, for real. The Hierophant. The Hierophant all day, every day. You were able to see the girth of how strong and powerful that creature is. Some people, you talk about it and you're like, oh, Centurions will kill it in a turn. Oh, this and this. Like, look, when things don't go down that way, this is what happens.
Oh yeah, it definitely has a possibility to run rampant across the battlefield. But, speaking of that, killing it in a turn, how crazy is it that a 275 point unit just runs up and after a couple turns of combat,
a couple, it was one.
Kills 1,100 points.
I was there, yeah, not for real. Exactly. I would even like to go as far as say is the Hierophant didn't even get his points this game. He only killed 2 Mauler Fiends and some Khorne dogs or something. I mean, I don't think if we went back and looked and added it up, I don't think it was 1,100 points. But you want to know what he did? He completely shifts the opponent, being Kenny. His mind frame is everything else. You've got to go here. It directionalizes the entire field. That's where I was able to pick up. I always tell anybody, it doesn't matter what it is, if at the end of the game, if I have High Tyrants left on the board, I win. What happened? Hierophant allowed me to have 2 High Tyrants left on the board.
Yeah, and we saw that in his deployment too. He's like, well, I don't know where the Hierophant's going to go, so I'm just going to spread out.
Yep.
And then you were able to kind of negate a little bit of his flank over here. and he had to kind of focus over here and kind of bring it in. And we really didn't see the spawn really getting in until later on in the game, which was a factor, to be honest.
No, it's huge.
Yeah, so let's talk about Gene Stealers. They're, what, 17 points the way you took them?
The way that I took on Poison, yeah, 17 points. I mean, it's...
And a Flesh Hound is 16 points?
I think it is 1 point less than the configuration that I was running. It is, the struggle is real, man. Like, so I want to bring them back some. I like to play with them here and there. They're a troop choice. I can try to find some ways to try to make them work, but man, in a fun game and everything else, it's just, the struggle is real.
Yeah.
No. And this is a Gene Stealer player at heart. Brood Lords, love them all, but GW's definitely made it tough on us. But hey, they still make the field.
Yeah, no, it was good to see them. I mean, it's been a hot minute since they were really on the table.
Yeah, and even furthermore, just for anybody, you know, if they're watching and maybe Termagants would have been a better whatever, but I mean, to be honest, Gene Stealers, if I was able, if I went first fully and didn't get seized on, you know, I could have been able to try to reach out, get a unit one-on-one, not have to use them as a bubble wrap like I did. I definitely have some tactics dug in there that I'm just going to try to pull out.
Yeah, I mean, there really isn't much in his army that they can't kill.
Yeah,
to be honest. Yeah, definitely. So, well, I guess that's about it for this one, guys. Make sure you work out those hobby muscles at least 30 minutes a day. And head on over to thelongwar.net for exclusive hobby content and more. Become a veteran today.